Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Cork Model Farms here. So today is my second episode of my Wexford trip. Today we are going to be going to Hook Lighthouse and Tintern Abbey. So this was a few days ago. There's going to be, I think, 2 more episodes of this, and then it's a short enough little series. But here's my so this was Hook Lighthouse and Tintern Abbey. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we saw was just John Deere on the way there. Then we spotted, this is the first thing, is the map of the lighthouses around Ireland, the great lighthouses. And here we are now, so this is when we arrived. Here's a bit of information. Pause if you want to look at it. It's just about when it was built and stuff, but I'll be going through that more when we're actually there. So it's one of the great lighthouses of Ireland, which is quite cool. So over there is Dunmore East in Waterford. So it was even though it was a foggy enough day, still got a good view. So this was in one of the rooms. Just had some of the information there about like all the whales and dolphins you could see, and there were all these towns that you could, and cities that you could actually and how far away they were, all sorts of places. And then this was into the kind of more medieval part of it. First thing I spotted was this thing of a monk. And then when we got in, there was just a video of a monk saying something, so I'll just let.
My name is Duval, also known as Saint Duval. Did you travel by boat?
No, I think they came in the car.
Right, well, the reason I ask is I have to go fetch more timber for the fire, see? And I was wondering if the beacon was clearly visible.
Right, so I didn't actually record all that. There's one more of these message or recordings of people pretending to be the people from that time period. Essentially what he was saying was just this is the room where they stored coal, and a lot of the monks came over the sea from Wales. This was a cool little light thing. This actually came from Mayo and was brought down here, I think sometime in the 60s or 70s. And then the next thing was this fella, William Marshall, who kind of ruled around this area. There's a recording of him as well, but then this is all the territory he had, so we were there. I think he came from England. But this was one of the medieval rooms, and there was no painting from that time period, and a few of the things, Tintern Abbey, I think some other castle, but here's the video.
And due to my chivalry and valour, was honoured to have been granted by the King the hand of Isabel, daughter of Strongbow, the King of Leinster, and his wife Evelyn. So, in addition to my other lands, I became Lord of Leinster, and set sail to develop my lands in Ireland. During our travels, we encountered the peril of this treacherous coastline. Nearly shipwrecked, I pledged to build a monastery on our safe arrival.
And then this, as I said, this was all the territory held. This is just a better video. So he held most of Leinster, Carlow, Wexford, Kildare, Kilkenny. And then he held Pembrokeshire in Wales. And he also held, I think, Glamorganshire, so around Cardiff. And that was it. That's all he held. And then this was up in the final room. There was a few things up here. Fire, an old mannequin of something, I think a water pump. Pretty wet day. Well, not wet, just very windy out there. So there wasn't much of a view. And then this was like some old... There was a monk there. This was just some old room. There was a few old rooms in here. Another view out there of the area. And then in this area they had a collection of the little posters for all the other lighthouses. So there was Sandy Hook in New Jersey in America, and then this was Pharos in Alexandria in Egypt, I think. So all these lighthouses are connected. I might have spent too long focusing in on Pharos. It was just that the guide was giving a speech about it, or just telling us about it, so I might have focused on it for too long. and then Hook Lighthouse, obviously, and then I think there was one more, La Coruña in Galicia in Spain. And then here was the view from outside. So it was quite good. It was a very good view. So once again, there's Dunmore East and Waterford. That's Mount Leinster actually up there. Bits of Kilkenny and Carlow are also visible. So this is Wexford. That's Kilkenny and Carlow are somewhere up there. And on the clearest days, you could possibly see, I think, Wicklow as well. But yeah, it's very beautiful up there. Once again, there's Dunmore East. And then over here were the Salty Islands, which is home to a load of puffins. So, and then here was out to the sea. So like a lot of the coastal areas, it was very, very flat. Then I went down, this is back down on the ground. I went out to it. I went kind of down to the cliffs. Here was a little kind of cave. And here were the end of the end of the coast. So this is the southernmost point in Wexford and Leinster. On a very, very, very clear day, from this angle, it's possible to see, I think it's Carmarthenshire and Cardiganshire in Wales, as you can see with my pointing. There was originally a recording of this, of my voice, but it was just, it was so windy you couldn't hear me, so that's why I'm doing a voiceover of it. But yeah, so very nice views, and it's a great place. I highly recommend visiting. It's also the oldest operating lighthouse in the world, which is quite interesting. It's the second oldest lighthouse, just in general. The one with La Coruña in Spain is older, but
right, so
it hasn't
this
really.
is the southernmost point of Wexford, and the southernmost
this
point
is older
of
because it's been operating for a longer time. And then we were off again. So these were just some of the. This was just leaving out now, and then there was a cottage there. And then this was entering Feathered-on-Sea, which is a very nice village. I had never been to it before, but it's a lovely little place. And then we arrived at the second place in this video, Tintern Abbey. So Tintern Abbey is a very nice place. We didn't spend too long at Tintern Abbey. There was a little kind of, I think it might have been formerly an estate, because it had some farmland going through it, but it felt like you were going to like a little farm track. But here are just some of the cattle. Very nice. But I don't know, did I record at the same time? But in the video of the Knight William, he mentioned that there's another Tintern Abbey in, I think it's Monmouthshire in Wales. And it was this abbey is based off it. So there was also like a little forest walk area, and there was a little van selling a few snacks. I got myself a brownie actually. There it is, very tasty, very, very tasty. And then up here, so this is the abbey. It's a very nice abbey. It's smaller than the Tintern Abbey in Wales, but it was based off it. There was also some, like, I think they were making like medieval weapons and stuff for you to sell. And then here was just a little sign for a fella called John Clock, who died in the 1798 rebellion. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.